and fine. From Margate to the islands, the signal never fades. We lift our hands and praise you for the joy that it brings today. Bless Mr. Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, all the viewers too. Every viewer, every caller, every chatter in the crew. Pour your favor on the station, let the Holy Ghost flow free. WZYE 95.9 broadcasting victory. WZYE family, rise up, it's a brand new gospel day. Bless Mr. Wall Street, hallelujah. Uncle Tommy, yes Lord. All the WZYE family, protect them Jesus. All the viewers, callers, chatters, wave your hands if you believe. Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad style, receive. WZYE 95.9 FM, the whole world can see. God is moving, God is moving, God is moving here today. Oh, thank you, Jesus, for WZYE. Bless the family, Trinidad style, 95.9, all the way to heaven. Amen, 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 amen.
Fire! 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 Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE civic duty. Share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Like, share, subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And this is how we start the thing.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE. We originate, not imitate.
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga. Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
You're live in the mix with the one and only.
Hey, this is Justin Timberlake, and this is
In the Village.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jersey Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village. In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you, right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget whenever you join us, do your WZYE civic duty. Share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And let me bring in my pal, the young man himself, Don Alexander. Welcome. The man better known as Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening. Good evening, Professor.
How
And
you
how are
going?
you doing this beautiful day?
Today is a splendiferous day, man. Today is a splendiferous day. You know? Yeah, today is a splendiferous day, Tommy.
Praise God.
Yeah, I had a little, every day, every day is a little journey. So today was my off day, right? I didn't have to do no running today. But, I had to get 4 tires for my car. 4, eh?
Well,
Not 1 or 2. Well, they said the 2 front ones were not good because what used to be happening to me is that whenever I drive in, my steering wheel used to be shaking. Right? But to me, I went by the dealer, right? The dealer say 4 tires was $1,500. You know what I'm saying?
four tires,
$1,500.
$1,500.
Eh?
$1,500 for 4 tires.
Yeah, for 4 tires. 4 tires. $1,500, right?
You need to buy online.
But listen to this. I ain't tell all of this story.
No.
What happened? What is this here, boy? Okay. So I purchased 4 tires online. Right? It was whatever the price was. And for some reason, Tommy, I checked the date of the tires. Because you could check the date on your tires. Folks,
Yes.
let me give all you something. Eh? Whenever you're buying tires, especially you're going to buy a new tire or even a used tire, there is a DOT on the tire, and then there is a week, and then there is the year. So if it's 12, it's like the 12th week of January, whatever it is, right? And then there's the year. So I went to check the tires and then that I bought away. 2 of the tires was manufactured in 2023. And 2 others was manufactured in 2025. And I buy it on Amazon. Eh? So I immediately call them up and tell them I returning them tires. So as a matter of fact, they're supposed to pick it up today. Yeah? They're supposed to pick it up today. And I don't think they pick it up as yet. 2023, right? So I went to Costco, right? And Costco had a real good deal to me, I ain't gonna lie. For 4 tires. And you don't have to pay to balance the tires, right? You don't have to pay for installation. I mean, everything is rolled into the cost of the tire, right? But it was inexpensive, I'll put it this way. Well, and inexpensive is kind of, it depends. But I also went to another place called Mavis Tire. Right? You heard of them?
Mavis Tire.
Yeah. So they told me that the tires will be in this morning by 12 noon. I call the place. They tell me they can't find the tires. They don't know. They go call me back. I say, see me wasting time. I come home, I sit down. I start to call around. I call Costco's. Costco had the tire I wanted. My wife had the car. So we went over there. I met her over there. Do it. They put it on. They put the spare one of the spare in the trunk so I could use that as my spare. And that is it. You know, so it was a nice little journey today. Nice little journey.
But you say it was $1,500 for 4 tires.
No, no. Costco was 1,000.
Okay, that's a good price.
Yeah, yeah. That's a big difference, right? From 1,500 to 1,000. And Costco don't charge you to balance the tires for installation and all kind of thing, you know. All them other places that charge you for that, you know. That's like 25 an additional $25 a tire. So Costco does really give you a good deal in truth, boy. Real good deal in truth. I ain't gonna lie. Costco is like Price Smart is like Costco, right? In Trinidad. Right?
I'm not sure if Price Mart sells tires. They probably do.
But Price Smart is it still have that kind of Costco, business
Yeah,
model,
same
right?
same same sort of.
Okay. You just get good prices in Price Smart. I mean, I don't know. I went in Price Smart one time. I about it. Tommy, who was first in the chat today?
If my memory serves right, I think it was by Jew.
Yeah. Ramdio Baiju. Yeah. Ramdio was first in the chat.
Batman was second.
Batos?
Let me check it.
Who was second?
I thought it was Batos. Just my memory. I'm whispering on memory.
I'll go tell you who was second. Let me see who was second here. Yeah. Okay. Batos was second. Yeah. Yeah, Batos was second. So Ramdio said, blessing to Professor Warshik, Mr. Tom in the village. I pray that everyone have a wonderful weekend and I pray for a great and wonderful week ahead. Batos says, remember to share, subscribe, and like. So folks, I personally want to apologize, Tommy, for my late start.
Subscribe and like.
And
So folks, I personally want to.
Again, little feedback. And that's the reason why I had a late start, folks. So, trying to take care of some business. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Hey, blessed afternoon, Pro, Uncle T, and everybody in the village.
Yeah, man, bless.
What time they send out that notification?
About 10 something.
Yeah, sometime in the morning, right?
Yeah.
They told me when I see the notification, I see Bato's name was on top as number one.
Now, by Joe pip him. By Joe had him. By Joe was 10:48. So listen to this. By Joe was 10:48 and Batos was 11:09.
Okay, well, when I saw the notification, the honest name I saw the on the thing, when I opened it up now,
Was Batos.
I saw Batos, so and I saw the number one, so I was just wondering what it just went on.
You didn't see Robin?
No, I didn't see. Well, probably Robin was on top.
Robin was on top.
Yeah, probably Robin was on top.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I was just wondering. Yeah. Oh, by the way, is it possible that I could be hallucinating or some kind of thing where this how did I call it by these I was afraid to use the word PNM, you know. They say that out as in new and word. I don't know which one to use.
Yeah, you use it, man. Use it.
I could use it, right?
Yeah, use it.
It's safe to use.
Yeah, it's safe to use. Use it.
All right, yeah, well. These PNM people who talking about we don't have a house, but them have a house and this kind of thing. Is it that it's all right to thief and build a house or build it under corrupt means and you don't have to account for it?
Well, they feel so. But Mr. Intellectual, I want to ask you next question as you raise that. Mr. Intellectual, if you build a house for 100 million, let's say you build it for 100 million, right? You have to go to another place to hold a convention? Tell me what I'm missing there. Them went to Queen's Hall. They went to Napa. They went to Sapa. The only place they didn't go is up in St. Anne's to hold the convention. I don't understand that.
Well, it seems as though like the place wasn't prepared for the convention.
Oh, you mean you build a 100 million place and you ain't prepared to have your convention? You ain't prepared to have your convention?
Well, it ain't finished yet.
Oh! You know, crazy have a song called "Finish It."
Yeah, when I finish it. Yeah. Well, they didn't finish it yet.
They didn't finish it. They didn't finish it yet.
No, they didn't finish it yet.
Oh!
If they had finished it, they would have host it there.
Oh.
You know the convention.
Yeah.
So they start with the foolishness that they can't tell you how they get the money to build the house. But no, everybody else jealous about that house. Right? My mother always tell me, right? Wherever you see people have, don't meddle or envy that, you know.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it is they do,
to get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So I grew up by that principle. So if anybody have anything, you see it, you leave it right there, you don't even bother with it. Because that ain't concern you.
Correct.
What is yours, you pay attention to that. Right? Like, don't mind nobody business like grow. Mind your own and grow your own. Right? The next question is, if you give me a seedling or you leave a seedling in the ground, right? I come and I put manure and I water it and I spray it with insecticide and all them kind of thing. And when the tree started bear, right? You come and tell me that that is your tree? I just wondering, you know.
Yeah,
I just wondering, you know.
I wonder if that sound like a PNM philosophy, buddy. Ask him.
Well, you're a bright fella, you know. I guess that's why they just call you professor.
No, it sound like a PNM philosophy.
Yeah.
You understand? You spend 9 years and you can't get it accomplished. You understand? And all of a sudden, somebody else come and in less than 14 months them get it accomplished. And you want to take credit for that accomplishment.
You know what I come like?
What is that?
Architect draw a plan, right?
Yeah.
And rest it down in the cupboard. You understand?
Yeah.
Next year, a man get a piece of land. And he happened to come across that plan.
And he take it.
And he take that plan. And he build the house. And everything. You know, the architect come and say, that's my plan, you know.
Yeah. I had to get
you
credit
understand?
for that. Yeah.
I had to get credit for that house. Because I built that house. He didn't spend a cent yet, you know. You understand? But he built that house.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the intellectual logic that these fellas and them have, I could really do without. And you were saying something the other day that had me a little concerned about the people and them who supporting the PNM. You know what's surprising? I have a fella on this program, right? Who does support the PNM. Never one day question where that money come from.
No. That's not for them to question.
And never question what the judge say about the building and the people and them who involved in the building.
Not for them to question.
I thought them fellas and them just deal with truth and righteousness and justice.
No. Whatever them fellas get, they just take. Thanks a lot, Mr. Intellectual.
How about this one?
Yeah, man. Them fellas and them, Mr. Intellectual, is not to question anything. They wasn't put there to question anything. They was put there to say, if I tell you that green donkey red, you have to say that green donkey red. If I tell you that blue donkey red, you have to say that blue donkey red. That is it. That is it. You don't have to think. I will think for you. You're Claro, welcome.
Good night, Professor. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Night, sir.
I see your former Prime Ministers challenging Kamala. How much citizen
but
the US revoked the visa from? Yeah.
Rio Claro, I have an editorial here. I was saying, I'm waiting for my car, finishing it. Right? And
yeah.
I wasn't coming out of there until I finished it. You understand?
All right.
Like, you know, Crazy song. Crazy said, he writing a song and he coming out till he finish it.
Yeah.
Right? And listen, that man, the Lion King, 36 years ago before I get married, my mother-in-law whispered to me, she said, Slim, you know how liar has no memory? That fella talk about he don't care if they take away visa and once he could defend the sovereignty of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
True. And now you coming to ask the Prime Minister about what the US State Department is responsible for?
Let me ask you something. If the US revoke my visa, I got to ask Kamala about that or Trump about that?
You could ask you all day. You could ask you today, yesterday, tomorrow, last night in the morning. You could ask all the time. You have to go and ask the US.
Yeah, true. This man study rock or he study?
No, you just lie so much.
Yeah.
He can't remember. He cannot remember the lies. He does make statement. Boy, I'm sorry I couldn't finish up the editorial. Because go ahead, Rio Claro. Go ahead.
No, I listen. You go ahead.
Yeah, you know the sad part is this, boy, is that the fella makes certain statement, and all of a sudden no, you say you talk big and bad. Visa, I give up my visa. I gonna give it up. So if they take away your visa, don't worry yourself.
Well, probably he has something up there to hide. How you gonna get it?
But he tell we he didn't really need it. He could give it up. And you remember what we just said? Camille says, what Trump go do we?
Yeah.
What?
She beating his chest and balling what he could do.
Yeah, what Trump go do we? All your big and bad, so happen.
And you and that man is friend, boy. Why you call him and tell him who Trump is?
You know, I should call him in truth, you know. I wonder if you could pick up the phone.
Yeah. Call the man and tell the man, say, boy, you know me so good. Call Trump and let Trump tell you why he revoked my visa.
Yeah, we're clear. As soon as you hang up, I'm going to call him in truth.
But you know, my grandfather used to always tell me, he says, son, you see when you're growing up and you're going in a straight road, don't try not to come off that road. He said, always remember, honesty is the best policy.
Correct is right.
But dishonesty is the way of prosperity. We're not for long.
Thank you, man.
So
Yeah, man.
I'm listening to you.
Bless. Tommy, I'm going to call that fella. I want to
Yeah.
pick up. Eh?
Give it a shot.
What is that?
Give him a shot.
Yeah. I feel you go pick up the phone. Folks are calling the former Prime Minister. I feel you go pick up the phone. Go pick up the phone. Let me see. Look at here. Look at here. I feel you go pick up the phone. Let me see. There we go. I'm calling. Folks are calling former Prime Minister Dr. Keeper. You go pick up the phone. Or the wife might pick it up. Sharon go pick it up. You go pick it up, Tommy. Tommy, you feel you go pick it up? I feel you go pick it up. Hey, Patricia Weed. Send former Prime Minister a text there and tell him Professor Wall Street calling him. Gordon Ganga Chana Jaijan Joseph. No. He don't have them fellas no more. He can't get on that fella. Oh God! What the phone ringing, man? So folks, I'm trying to call the former Prime Minister to ask him about the visa. If you don't have a problem, if they revoke his visa. All right, folks, I'll try, eh? You know, there's a code that says better to try and fail than fail to try.
Try.
I'll try. Let me take his voice. Oh, God.
Good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and to everybody in the village. You know, Rowlaya continues to make a fool of himself. And that is why Mrs. Pasabi says to put him in a corner and she manners him. You going to ask the lady if she give the US names? You see, it makes you wonder now, was he doing that? Because he only judged people by what it is he do, you know. And that is why she didn't answer him yes or no. She told him go back and read the embassy's press release. Because you remember after Stargirl was getting on like a fool, right? And they went to Kamala for thing and she didn't give them help them out. You remember what the US Embassy said? They are the only people responsible for giving and taking back visas. So I don't know, but you know he trying to email get number 4. That's what he trying. He tried to take a penny something to campaign on. Oh, Kamala take away the visa. I tell you something is wrong with that man, you know. They better check his meds or see if his straight jacket on good. I don't know, like Sharon not taking care of him at all. Because he only getting away and coming out and talking such a nonsense. Something is definitely wrong with that man. Well, I think something is definitely wrong with all of them in the PNM because Tiotiong crying like a crybaby all over the place. He lost his pacifier, right? He so want to take credit for this thing that went on there. And the next one who didn't know about leaks, go on to Ahmad to address Felicia, the girl from PSA. These people have no shame, you know. And you know what is laughable? They're looking for somewhere now to have their conference. Why? And they're not getting anywhere. They could have gone in the savannah. From some tents that go in the savannah. Because I'm sure it's only 2 tents they're going to put up. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot and have a good night.
Yeah, I think they should have gone up St. Anne's. Tommy, just imagine this, eh? You build, folks, and we're going to go for a quick break. You build a building for almost $100 million. And you going all over the place trying to find a place to hold your convention? How that make any sense?
It's a shame.
How that making any sense? And you want to talk about the UNC? Eh? Nah, something wrong. Folks, stick and stay. He's Uncle Tommy. I'm Professor Wall Street, and you right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. Well, 1 hour in the books, 2 more to go. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. Stick and stay, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE. We originate, not imitate.
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga. Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
You're live in the mix with the one and only.
Hey, this is Justin Timberlake, and this is
In the Village.
Yo, what's going on? This is WZYE.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village. In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Bona, the body bona, the bona, the bona, the bona, the bona. Yellow champion lona, the bona, the bona. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Stand up for the people, make the economy wake. From the poor man table to the children's school bag. She bring back the money, she fly the Trinity flag. Superpower Caribbean, watch it rise again. Kamla Prasad, Mrs. of the Iron Lady Rain. Hey, Mountain Kamla, hey. Trinidad champion, she come from the struggle. No, the poor man feel pocket empty, light be lie, but she nah kneel. Open the door for the youth, them give them hope and chance. Build school, build road, give every pitney a dance. Them say economy dead, she say watch me now. Bring back the jobs, make the dollar run through. From Laventille to Cedros, from Tobago shore. She feeding the hungry, she open every door. Strong like a mountain, rain now wash she down. When the pressure bust, she still stand her ground. Strong like a mountain, rain now wash she down. When the pressure bust, she still stand her ground. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Stand up for the people, make the economy wake. From the poor man table to the children's school bag. She bring back the money, she fly the Trinity flag. Superpower Caribbean, watch it rise again. Kamla Prasad, Mrs. of the Iron Lady Rain. Hey, Mountain Kamla, hey. Trinidad champion, Trinidad champion, hey. Trinidad champion, Trinidad. Them try back, she down, try shake, she foundation. But she stand like Everest, pure determination. Caring for the children, no more hungry belly cry. Books in them and future bright like blue sky. She willing fi fight, she willing fi bleed. For every Trini soul, every single need. Oil money flowing, tourism boss again. Trinidad and Tobago with the boss of the chain. No more begging no island, we lead in the back. Kamla the general, we marching right back. She fly straight to USA, link up with Trump. Sit down like boss, no time for no stamp. Talk for the people, talk for the Babylon. Come back with the pen, we go right all the wrong and sign off the deals, make the money rain hard. Economy jump up, no more so fired. Poor man get house, children get light. She rewrite the future, make everything right. That pen in she hand like Excalibur blade. Kamala the queen, now the whole world afraid. She strong, she wise, she love we fi true. From the ghetto to the mansion, she there for me and you. One voice, one nation, one Trinidad queen. 23 seats and beyond, she living the dream. Kamala the mountain, she na move it and shake. Superpower Caribbean, watch the whole world shake. She get the pen, she right the wrong. Now we on top, Mountain Kamala, Trinidad and Tobago, we back on top again, Trumping champion, Kamala, Kamala, Trinidad forever.
Oh.
Why you only harassing the man? Only leave the man in peace, now, man. Only give a man a chance to sit. A composer went in a toilet when an idea came to his head. So he stopped doing what he went to do and started to compose instead. Right away on the scene, the man sat down and decided to finish the song. Say the melody is so sweet, and I know it go be a hit. And I ain't coming out of here till I finish it. See, I know that I can't go wrong, and I have to finish the song. And I ain't coming out of here till I finish it. Until I finish it. Until I finish it. He said, I ain't coming out of here till I finish it.
And of course, folks, that's the one and only Crazy. I ain't coming out of here till I finish it. Yeah, I ain't coming out. I ain't finish it. I didn't want to leave Costco until I finish it. I want to finish it. I want to finish it. But folks, we are back with you. Easy Uncle Tommy. I'm Professor Wall Street, and you right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE Civic Duty. Share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us there at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. So, folks, let me give you guys this one. Let me give you guys this one. Because, you see, all the old talk and the talk and talk and talk and talk. You understand? You don't like all the kind of old. You understand? We like to get it done. The get it done. The GID, get it done. Yeah. The GID, get it done. That's what we into. We into getting it done. So I want you all to listen to the message from Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Listen to this message. You know, boy, I tell you, don't care how they do, it's all kind of thing they try, Tommy, they're trying everything in the book,
But yeah.
But it just don't seem like if they're getting it
They
together.
get into banker because they see things getting done that they couldn't get done.
Yeah, Tommy. Hey, Tommy. I read Buddy tell me, boy, Penny having a fundraiser in New York on the 27th. I go look and I read Buddy whisper to me, boy, yeah, Penny flying all about the place.
But is that legal?
Legal with them? You them bill at Eddie Fest right in Balize, down by Tranquility. Is that legal? I don't know. I really don't know. But I little read Buddy tell me. But I want you all to listen to this. Listen to this, folks. Listen to this. You see, the Prime Minister said, what others talked about, we got done. Them talk. Last 9 years, we do this. Last 9 years, all there was only talk. Who's sing that song again? Tricanal?
Right?
It's only talk. Getting it done. GID. Yes. Take a listen to this. All right.
For years, Trinidad and Tobago watched its energy sector shrink. Oil production fell. Gas became scarce. Plants closed. Now, the direction is changing. Oil production is climbing again, from about 51,000 barrels a day in 2024 to more than 54,000 in early 2026.
LNG is moving too. Exports rose from 10.3 billion cubic meters in 2024 to 10.7 billion in 2025.
But what comes next is much bigger. 7 trillion cubic feet of Venezuelan gas. It is coming to Trinidad and Tobago for processing. And across the wider regional program, more than 12 trillion cubic feet of natural gas is being secured for Trinidad and Tobago's energy future. BP is taking full control of Calypso. NGC is moving upstream. And ExxonMobil is back in Trinidad and Tobago's deep water. And after a decade of silence, the Point Lisa steel plant is coming back, backed by a planned $750 million private investment. Steel,
Vanadium,
new exports, new foreign exchange, and up to 1,000 permanent jobs as the project expands.
Even Japan is now looking to Trinidad and Tobago for energy.
For years, people talked about these opportunities. What others talked about, we got done. More gas, more production, more investment. A brighter future is on the horizon.
It's only talk. We get it done. That's it. Plain talk, bad man.
Let him talk, yeah.
Only keep on talking. Where the Prime Minister? Where the Prime Minister? Where she is? Because she you don't know, we want to see she. When the last day she had a press conference, When is the last time she had a post-cabinet meeting? When is the last time? One set of doxology. You're Clara, welcome. Hold on. Rio Clara, sorry, welcome.
You know, George, he's responsible for that.
Yeah. Oh God.
I didn't. 10 years them fellas did it and they never get nothing to. He knows it. He said he responsible for that.
Yeah.
What do you think about he?
You know the analogy Mr. The lecturer used? They had an architect plan, right? And they sit on it for 9 years, 10 years. They sit on there. And they only thinking, boy, you know what, we ain't sure, you know.
How to start it.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the government come, take your architect plan, put it into existence, bring it to fruition, and you telling me that, well, that's we, boy, it's we do that.
And then they put it in the fruit. The house nearly done. Bill. So just now we going in it. So they tell us that they want.
Oh God! Yeah, the PNM jokey too bad though. Yeah, if that a circus in Trinidad, you understand? All them fellas in there be actors in that circus. A bunch of jokers.
They would have been flipping from top to bottom.
Oh, you mean? You know, them be acting in every little thing they have in that circus. Is marvelous. Is the nose breaker. Is Imbull. Is the Lion King. Is Small Pin.
Yeah, I just go in my garden and think someone sit down. When I sit down to eat and thing. I just be cracking up in the garden and laughing. People wonder if I'm mad, you know. When I think about them, you know.
You know, a bunch of, real jokers, you know. And listen, them fellas, them is not clowns, because clowns in the circus is very intelligent people, Them is not clowns.
True.
Them is not clowns.
Turners admire them.
Yeah, although don't get it twisted, you know. The PNM are not clowns. Them is jokers. How much jokers that have on our pack? Yo, Clara, how much jokers that have on our pack? 4?
It is that 2, but I feel the 52 carry jokers for them.
I thought you saw 4. I thought you saw 4.
Well, you could multiply the 2 by 2 and you get 4.
I thought it was 4.
I see you call him man, but like he ducking from you.
But you see the number and you didn't pick it up. I thought he don't got Prime Minister, you go pick it up now. He didn't pick it up.
He ducking. But a good friend like you call him and he answer you.
Yeah, he's supposed to pick up right away as soon as he see that number show up.
Yeah, well then he know you're a good friend.
Yeah, because he said well, right now I can't give him nothing. He can't ask me for nothing. I don't know nothing to offer him, so I can pick up the phone now. He didn't pick up.
Yeah, but he have plenty things to offer you.
What you go for me?
When he didn't have nothing to offer you, you accept him with open arms. And when he come up there, you accept him with open arms.
Yeah, you accept him.
No, he in position. He could say, well, walls coming, boy. The stage open for you.
Thank you, Claro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bless. Yeah, boy. Yeah, Tommy, boy. Let me see it here, boy. Friends of Penny Becker's event. Let me see. What is it? Hold on. All right, here it is. Friends of Penny Becker's event. Listen to this. You have been invited to Friends of Penny Becker's New York City event, 7/22/2026. Album created by a certain person. I don't know who the person is. Let me view the album. Hey, look. Look pictures.
What's the date on that? What's the date on that?
July 22nd.
So that's gone.
Is that whole thing?
July 22nd. This is August 17th.
So all the catch me, it's the whole thing. Tell me to catch me, boy.
Yep.
Or the little red body set mark. But look. They're in a place. How much people they have? Let me see how much people they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people. There are more empty chairs than people. Yeah, look, 7 people. 7. Boy, she have a lot of friends, boy. 7 people. Some pictures too, you know, Tommy. We look at pictures.
Yeah, I saw the pics.
You saw them?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Them look like some real PNM from 1920s.
Bunch of retirees like me.
Tommy, I ain't say that, eh? Look like plenty of them from the 1920s, boy. Ooh, 20, boy. 20s. Yes, so folks, listen, the Prime Minister said, them only talking. Was one said that talk. Right? Them talk, we get it done. Plain talk, bad manners. Yeah? But Tommy, the big thing today was the PSA. Yeah, the PSA and Marvelous Marvin come out and he trying to get on the
They were trying to get Wassa to protest. Wassa cancel the protest.
He trying to get on the he's trying to get under the PSA president skin. She real good, boy. She real good. She's our boss. She's a real boss. Because tell me what she did. She decided to pick a side. And that's what it is, Tommy. In Trinidad and Tobago, when an election comes up, you have to decide. You have to pick a side. You cannot sit on the fence and you cannot be half pregnant. Because those that want to be half pregnant, right? Whoever wins, cancel Christmas for you. Right? So the young lady says to Marvelous Marva, stay out of Wassa business. Why are you trying to get involved in Wassa business? You take care of Balize house and show the people the receipts. That is it, you know. All you have to answer questions about Balize house and people want to see the receipts. You want to go after Felicia Thomas. Why? Why? Yeah? But she real good, don't we? She good. So folks, take a listen. And Barry Padarat, Minister Barry Padarat too, had to deal with them. Take a listen.
This is specific to Marvin Gonzalez because I saw him all over the media making statements concerning Wassa. Marvin Gonzalez has no moral authority to speak on anything Wassa, and the message to him is to stay out of Wassa business. This is the same organization he attempted to destroy while he was in office, and he didn't get the opportunity to do it. Stay out of Wassa's business.
Madam President, good morning. How are you going? You good?
Good, I am good. I'm glad to see you here, Madam President.
You see your members are out in full force? Let's go in and talk. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Morning. I do this word, so what the hell is coming? Come on. Good morning, everybody. Side. I would have come down here, but I'll pass again. Good morning.
Minister Palmer, do you want to say anything? Of course, that you seem that you arrived a loud chair from the PSA members. Would you like to express anything?
Well, I've had a preliminary discussion with the PSA president. As you know, they partnered with us in the general election of 2025. We have not reneged from any of our commitments made to the PSA. I think what has happened over the last couple of days has been an issue of communication, an issue of process. And I've been very mindful of what the PSA president has said over the last couple of days, and therefore that's why I thought it was necessary for me to come and hear their concerns directly, and see how we can bring a speedy resolution to this matter. I don't think what I've heard thus far has been unreasonable, and therefore in the spirit of good faith and working alongside the PSA, we are committed to resolving the issues.
Wonderful. Madam President, anything your members seem very happy this morning when I saw the minister.
Of course.
Any feelings?
Of course, and let me point out the undeniable fact that this is a different type of governance, notwithstanding that we had some internal issues with the progress of the negotiations. It still remains that this government has not reneged on the 10% offer. And let me remind people, one of the things that the PSA demanded from the last administration, that the process of negotiations return. And this is part of negotiations. Sometimes negotiations break down, sometimes there are disagreements, and that is what we're experiencing today. But this relationship does not require the silence of the PSA. This relationship stands strong, and we now go to sit and resolve the issues that we have. So this is the governance we fought for, and this is the governance that we're enjoying today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Minister.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I understand my visit to Wassa this morning has given the former Minister of Public Utilities gastrointestinal disorder. So much so that the former minister has come out against the PSA president and I, describing it as trickery. I want to remind the former Minister of Public Utilities that trickery is when you tell workers in this country to tighten their belt, to eat less ham and macaroni pie, while millions of dollars are poured into Mali's house. And according to the PNM, it has come from the sales of Tulum and Chili Bibi. That is trickery. That is perpetrating the biggest fraud on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, we will take no advice from you, Marvin Gonzalez, or the PNM. We are committed to settling workers' issues in this country, and we will fix the mess that you have left us in.
There you have it. Plain talk, bad manners. Giving them the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They don't like to hear that, you know. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to, they're upset. But Felicia Thomas told me she's our boss, you know. She real good, boy. She real good. I ain't gonna lie. She good. She good. She good. Yeah, let me see if I have any voice notes here. She real good. All right, I'm on next one day. Where's this one here? Okay, let's go back to the chat. Anthony Ford, let me say welcome to you. Good morning, Wall Street, Tommy, and all in the village. Alistair, welcome.
Yeah, good night to you, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
How are you doing?
Great program. How are you, gents, tonight?
We are fantabulous, splentastic, and splentacular.
Yeah, so hear this now. That gentleman you're showing there, marvelous, Marvin. Isn't that the same man, along with the PNM, who left this country with a $7 billion debt?
Yep.
In the NGC?
Correct is right. Correct is right.
That's not the same man who didn't know that when pipeline have leak, you do have much pressure?
Correct is right.
Okay, so that's not the same man who told the nation that they will not get raised in their utility bills until, it's not an issue until 2025.
The man who tell people all over to cut back. What is the cut back on macaroni pie?
No. He told them that, remember that they, PNM, had the regulated industries, right? Because they wanted to raise the people's utility bill rate, whether it's WASA or TNTEC.
Right.
And Kamala Prasad Bissessa intervened. And she said, no, let the people have a say. And Gonzalez said that Kamala is not patriotic because they wanted to raise the people's utility bills. That's the same man there. Yeah, I don't forget, you know. Yes. That's the same man. But look at it, ready.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. This gentleman, right? Coming out to talk on behalf of the people. Professor, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
He's duly elected.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah, then to here, look what they coming with. Where's the commissioner of police? But the police service have people who, if the commissioner not there to act.
Yeah.
What's up? All I want to hear from the PNL right now is show me the receipts for Bali's house.
That is it. Show me a receipt.
That's what I want to hear, Professor.
You want to see the receipt?
And Uncle Tommy.
That is it.
Yes. Produce your receipts.
Show me the receipt. Explain your will.
Man.
Explain your will.
Explain your will. That's what I want to hear.
That is it.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So good night to you, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Alistair. Explain your wealth. Why is that so difficult? If the small man up in Chumaka Clement, you had to explain you well. The small man in Mova had to explain you well. The small man in Library had to explain you well. The small man in Penal had to explain you well. The small man up in Roxbow had to explain you well. Why all you can't explain all you well? Why? You cannot explain the well. That's why they had to go in Sapa, Napa, or up in Maraval. Tommy, which, or in St. Anne's, which Queen's all in St. Anne's, right? Eh? I feel so, you know. All the way Queen's all is not in St. Anne's. Yeah. Tommy, even if you don't want them up in St. Anne's. Oh, God. All your Queen's all in St. Anne's. Let me see somebody go tell me. Queen's all in St. Anne's. All you put it in the chat there for me. I think Queen's all in St. Anne's, man. Queen's all in St. Anne's. Let me see. Queen's all in St. Anne's. Even the people up in St. Anne's don't want them up there. Okay, thank you, Mr. Intellectual. Patricia Weed, the people up in St. Anne's don't want the PNM and the convention. Look at that. All you know what St. Anne's is famous for, and they don't want the PNM. Oh, Father.
That is serious.
Yeah, really serious. Napa don't want them. Sapa don't want them. Queens all don't want them. Right? St. Anne's don't want them. Who want them, Tommy? Who want them?
Tobago don't want them.
Who don't want them?
I said Tobago don't want them.
Tobago, oh, forget about Tobago. Cancel Christmas. Tobago don't want no part of them. Tobago don't want no part of them. Who really want them? And Patricia Weed, I have a question for you. How could your party build a $100 million edifice and you all had to go in St. Anne's to try to have all your convention, and St. Anne's tell all you don't want all you? Tommy, maybe the UNC could get him a place.
Maybe.
I feel the UNC could get him a place. I feel so. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to callers, Texas viewers, everybody. Happy to see everybody on this Monday. Well, like Penny going New York to recruit people to come to protest, or
I don't know.
Well, I feel so because nobody in Trinidad want to protest. People seeing things happening, people getting their money. You understand? Everything takes time, you know. But when it's at to move, it go move like a freight train, you know. You don't see PNM done collapsing already because they don't understand what's going on. You see Stuart Young backpedaling and all kind of thing from certain statements and thing, and he coming out and bubbling people out all the time.
But listen, it's a one circuit where he said they had 9 years they was training.
Like OJT.
You know, when them fellas open it, they have a code that says it's better to keep your mouth shut and make people think you're a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. Let me say hello to Gordon Gangachan and Tijan Joseph.
And Marvelous Marva.
Marvelous Marva.
What's that? I listening to this man, and this man just play. Yeah, would play. I wasn't like would play. Here's how he does song, He walk in a store now. You say, oh my God. When I walked into this, he said, when I walked into the store and I saw this pants, and the color was so perfect and the ambience around it. And when I looked, I see the stitching, magnificent. It's like an Italian stitch. So you say I have to get this pants. I saw marvelous stuff. So when he call the girl now, he say, sales lady, come over. He say, how much for this pants? Here he says, lady, sir, those are women pants.
He didn't know.
He didn't know because he feel to talk with flair now, but still bring your receipts. You are notice them P&M pants what they're talking about now? Yeah. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Listen.
Reflection.
Nothingology. Mr. Florida, look your secret and my she said basement Florida. The secret and
yeah, but at least I live in a basement, right? Because Florida have basement for zero travel. Than living in them two places.
She not already. She's still
but
here.
It's better than living in them planets and smelling sewer. All right, guys, look on this one.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Ramesh Ramsaran, welcome. Patricia Weed, welcome. Gordon Gangachana Dryden Joseph says, Patty, tell them right now things hard like banga seed. So plenty people afraid to talk because they may lose their visa. No contract or lose the one they have. Ask BMO. What's BMO, Tommy? What's BMO? Black man. What's that one?
Yes.
BMO. I don't know what that is. What that means? Anyhow, he does type things that he don't even know what it means anyway. What is that? Ramesh Ramsaran said, read it, Bali's house receipts. That's all we want to know, read. We want the receipts. They taking an Indian name. Come on. Who's this boy? Do you know voice? Who's this? Mercy? Just type things that you don't even know what it means.
Prime Minister office.
What is that? What is that one? You know, say the Prime Minister office. I know what that is.
We have heard the cries and people asking, well, you were there for 9 years, why you didn't do it? In those 9 years, we were defending Trinidad. In those 9 years, we were getting the experience. We were out there fighting, we were building new programs. We have a stable platform now.
You hear that? In 9 years.
We have heard the cries and people asking, well, you were there for 9 years, why you didn't do it? In those 9 years, we were defending Trinidad. In those 9 years, we were getting the experience. We were out there fighting, we were building new programs. We have a stable platform now.
In 9 years, boy, we get the experience. You think it's Oh, God. Well, yes.
Wall Street, good night again to you and Uncle Tommy and to everybody in the village. Here now, that greeting that MP Pedarod got shocked the PNMites, They shocked them. They were expecting a reception like for emancipation. That's what they were expecting. So now they're talking about they pay Felicia, they buy out Felicia. But I want to remind them, where Trevor Oliver of Tutor get money from Hazel Manning, what was that? To keep them quiet. When Roche and them get the 15 million from Rowley to keep them quiet, and then after they were ringing finger with them, they had promised them the refinery and all kind of things and they didn't get it. What was that? So it's different strokes of PNM folks. PNM man, according to you, something wrong with them. Only PNM alone, right? Everybody must be ring and finger with PNM, nobody else. But that is the shock that they got. It have them buzzody. Yep. Thanks a lot.
Yep. And Ms. Sandra Cruz, don't forget the 100 million Rowley promised them people up in the urban communities. 100 million. They never get a penny. Hey, wait, they never get a penny. Okay.
You get penny.
He promised them 100 million. And you know what they get them? They get them penny. That's a good one. That's a good one.
He try to get them youth.
Yeah, he promised them 100 million, but he said, nah, you go get them penny in the perfume. He get them penny.
He try to get them youth, but he wind up giving penny.
Yeah. Correct is right. Yeah, he did get them penny. Only take penny. Take penny. Take penny for your wishes. Penny. Take penny. Yeah. All you need to behave on yourself. Yeah, boy, but listen to this, boy. Wait now.
We have heard the cries and people asking, well, you were there for 9 years, why you didn't do it? In those 9 years, we were defending Trinidad. In those 9 years, we were getting the experience. We were out there fighting, we were building new programs. We have a stable platform now.
Yeah. 9 years, boy. 9 years. In 9 years. And what about them HGC buildings and them? What about them?
What about them?
Tommy, them thing and them had to get demolished. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the building up in Chumakak. When the sycophants, poor black disadvantaged PNM supporters, and I was fighting for that building. Hey, what shit, what's wrong with you, boy? They demolished that building. You can't rehabilitate that building. They demolished that building. Yeah? They demolished that building like how they demolished Salvatore building. They demolished Salvatore building, the PNM. Demolished a landmark, a historical landmark in Trinidad and Tobago. Eh? They demolished it. You know, they renovate the building up in Chumaka, Clavantil. Well, thanks to me, of course. Thanks to me, yeah. I'm patting myself on the back. Yes, they remodel it. There are people living in there now. Living in there. And not one of them PNM. Aisha Wells, I'm going to call out Aisha Wells. Aisha Wells used to be on she program, Tommy. And if I call and try to talk about that building, cancel Christmas for me, boy. Again, less than 30 seconds to talk. Yeah, Aisha Wells. And then the pastor with the internet search engine name. And then our next one called Cry Baby. What was he called? The Cry Baby one. Whatever his name was. Some kind of voice, something. Them didn't want to hear the truth because of them on the Mugabe station. Southwestern welcome.
A pleasant good night to you, Professor, and Uncle Tommy, in Jesus' name. Share the life. Just imagine.
Go ahead. What happened? We lost them?
Just imagine them listening every day the media, and yet still they're in denial. You know? I wonder if the brains on the left side of the head or it in the big toe. Because, Professor, you tell me, Uncle Tommy, I don't know that Balizé juice. I really going and market it. You know? Because my God, in Jesus, Lord, Jesus take 5 fish. Again, like Camille, SRP Camille, your house, she would do it, she's the minister, she get the authorization. And yet still, you ever hear that in our house, the foolish man, one building house on our rock and one building house on his son. Then Camille build us at the house in his son, and the rain come down and mash it down. So I built my house on the rock. That is the UNC. Look at it. And my God, Lord Father, And yet still, that will come and now they're growing in numbers. Because you know why? They're like, even ants taste sugar, they call all their friends to take. But they're going to be continue to drink it or they just drug themselves. Why don't they do it all themselves? That professor for the last how much years teaching all that Uncle Tommy, telling all you. And that video you have what he speak, I ain't talking about that. I'll leave you to talk first. I will talk about the housing. Once again, black people was denied. The bill houses cost $1.2 million. And that cost $1.2 million, which is the real value right is $650-something million. All the people can understand, right? And you know, Professor, I just want to leave here to go on with the show. You know that some people say that a raffle in the PNM running around. Yeah. Give Penny a chance. They want to give Penny a chance. You know what? The thief out everything. After that, all them care about is gas price, you know. But I want to ask them, with property tax and the TTRA, with all this gas that come to Trinidad and this revenue, who would have control this revenue, Lord? Who would have control it? And yet still, the base who move away from the PNM, I congratulate all you. Thank God all you see the light. Because just imagine, all of them in the PNM, Dr. India say, they lost touch with the base. But anyway, it have people come boast and say they get too much. But Stuarty, Auntie looking for you. That's a good night.
Oh God. Auntie looking for Stuarty. Because Stuarty say he responsible for that boy. Last 9 years they was in training, boy. You're on trainers, you know, in bike when you're young. Just put trainers on. PNM are on trainers for 9 years.
You're talking about that housing thing there. Mr. Hansen might see a video. It's BRC them using it, them are use steel. It's BRC them using it. Them tie no place with no steel. Are you telling me people seeing that and people don't know how wicked and cantankerous this PNM is? Trying to build house to kill people? And charging once that big money? Boy, Mr. Hansen, let me tell you something. I believe, Mr. Hansen, you see in 2028, that is it for PNM, you know. Yeah, that is it for PNM because let me tell you something, from now till 2028, the amount I think they're going in that courts for, it will be amazing. Look, listen.
Thank you. But Tommy, I don't understand something. Where in the world you just build a house for 1.2 million and sell it for 600,000?
Something wrong.
Folks, what part of the world does do that? Build a house for 1.2 million and then sell it for 600,000. What? Nice PNM maths.
Maths kind of maths.
Say that again?
The Matson.
Matson, Tommy. You building a house that costs 1.2 million. And you turning around and selling it for 600,000. So who making up that 600,000 difference, Tommy? Who making that up?
Taxpayer.
But only listen to this one. Listen to this. Listen to this one. Listen to this one. All you think the PNM easy? All you think they easy? Is every nook and cranny they have corrupted in Trinidad and Tobago. Every nook and cranny. The PNM have corrupted almost every, let me say this again, every independent institution in Trinidad and Tobago from 2015 to 2025. Almost every independent institution. Take a listen to this one.
To show you why this is potentially so insidious and unacceptable, there's an email thread from the 28th of February 2024 to March 26, 2024 from you, P.S. Ali, to Alexis Smith. The subject is revised tranche 3 payment schedule under 311 million loan facility, right? And that is the loan facility which NIPDEC was allowed to draw down and pay suppliers, right?
That's correct, Chair.
So what was the ministry doing directing NIPDEC to pay money under this loan if NIPDEC exercised an independent power to determine who they were going to pay?
Chair, as I said a while ago, the ministry was looking at ensuring the continued supply of certain critical
Right, so the ministry doing that, I accept that. NIPDEC is a company run under the Companies Act. You agree with me?
I do, Chair.
The directors have a separate fiduciary duty. You agree with me?
I do.
To act in the best interest of the company. You agree with me?
So, yes, I do, Chair.
NIPDEC ought not to be taking instructions without question from the ministry. You agree with me?
I do, Chair.
NIPDEC never reported to USPS. You agree with me?
Yes, Chair.
You had no authority to give NIPDEC instructions because they were not under your reporting line. You agree with me?
It wasn't an instruction, but I agree with you, Chair.
So the thread shows the tranche 3 payment in the amount of 100.3 million payable to the large farm and non-farm suppliers. This is what the email thread shows, and we could get it to you, that you, PS Ali, were asking for Massey to be bumped up to about $10 million in payment. You accept that?
Tommy, did you hear that?
Yep.
Did you hear that? Did PNM, did all hear that? Patricia Weed, did you hear that? Gangachana, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Did you hear that? 25-25, did you hear that? The William Tower, Peter Ulrich, did you hear that? The Waffler, did you hear that? No, they didn't hear it. But let me replay it for you. Look, to be bumped up. Bumped up. Right? Listen again.
That you, PS Ali, were asking for Massey to be bumped up to about $10 million in payment. You accept that?
Yes, Chair.
Then you said that you indicated NIPDEC can do 100 million with 25 million to be allocated as follows. Smith Rob, 9 million. Superior 3. Vernon 4. Massey 2. Bryden 3. Alston's 2. NWT 2. You agree with me?
I don't recall the figures, but that sounds about right.
So
Chair.
what was the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health doing? Giving NIPDEC instructions when NIPDEC fell under the administrative purview of the Ministry of Finance, with the line of reporting being to the permanent secretary, Ministry of Finance. How is it tenable for the Ministry of Health to be giving instructions to NIPDEC who to pay when you told me that NIPDEC exercises an independent power?
Yeah, I can't speak for NIPDEC. What I said is that it would have been the ministry's strong suggestion, agreed, based on our analysis of the supply chain and what drugs we needed. I do agree with you that NIPDEC is independent. Those would have been what I would have communicated NIPDEC. I don't recall getting any, any pushback or any counter proposal from NIPDEC, or even saying, Ministry of Health, with all due respect, we hear you, but this is what we are going to pay. I don't recall getting any sort of pushback like that. I do accept your point, and as I said, I think I explained why.
P.S. Ali, I want to ask you something very frontally, and I want you to answer me in a very straightforward manner, okay? If I'll crave your indulgence for you to do so. Historically and culturally in this country, anyone who's familiar with public administration knows No no permanent secretary does that on his own. Would you agree with?
PS acts on advice and recommendations.
From
yes, Chair.
whom?
Well, from technical officers.
So which technical officer you consulted before you did this?
So the principal pharmacist would have been identified by the CMO, and we spoke about it, to look at the holisty of the drug supply within the country and look at to ensuring we have an adequate supply.
So let me ask you frontally what I really want to ask you. You sent this email to NIPDEC without seeking the approval of your relevant minister at the time?
Minister would have been advised. I would have advised Minister of what I proposed to do. I didn't seek approval. Minister doesn't get involved in the payment part of it. There's approval, but I would have advised him.
How did you advise him?
That would have been a conversation, Chair.
So you didn't think something as important as that to put it in a document form, in an email? Yes, I'm waiting your answer.
Well, in hindsight, Chair, I guess I...
So suppose the minister tomorrow morning stood around and said, I never gave him any instructions. I knew nothing about those payments. You realize you're on your own, hung out to dry on a clothesline on a windy day. Because you had no instructions, you did this on your own, according to your evidence. You took it upon yourself to cross the lines of administrative accountability and reporting and instruct NIPDEC what to do. And you see, P.S. Ali, let me tell you why I have a problem with that. Because there are many, many emails here which speak to discussion of payment. All right? There's an email thread from 17 July 2023 to 20th July 2023 from you. All right? And you are firmly telling this committee that the minister did not get himself involved or knew or did not know anything about these payment discussions. You agree with me with that? That is what you're saying?
Chair, that's not what I said. What I said is that you asked me if I sent the email, the minister was aware. I said he was aware before I sent the email.
Right. So here's what it is. Subject deliverables for Ministry of Health. Copied to Terence Dialsing. Email threats originates from an email sent by Nigel Romano to which Terence Dialsing was copied. The email refers to the preparation of a suggested allocation for payment of 30 million to suppliers to be sent to the Ministry of Health by Wednesday, July 19th, 2023 at 12. Plainly, the minister would have known about this.
Well, you see, P&M corruption. Tommy, plain talk, bad manners, P&M corruption. Look at that, bump up Massey and the small man again. When the small man go get a little bump up, when the small man ever get a little bump up under the P&M? Eh? You ever hear? The former say, well, bump up the small man, bump him up now. You know the former say, tighten your belt. Win yourself off the government. Yeah? All the gimme, everything is gimme. What did the former social one said again? Needy, greedy, and what? Donna Cox? What she said? Whatever remind me. Needy, greedy, and some other thing. Yeah. That is the P&M. Bump up Massey, man. Bump him up. And all they like the P&M. All they love. We love you, so we take good care of you. Only the P&M understand. They understand how to keep you in the sub-basement, to keep the knee on your neck. That's what they understand. But folks, we're going to take a quick break. He's Uncle Tommy. I'm Professor Wall Street, and you right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, on the join us, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Like, share, subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest. It's alleged, it's alleged, it's alleged, it's alleged. Hey, tell them Kamala say, PNM dead. Petrotrain workers say, the party dead, dead, dead. Bubble billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money. The end is here. Security. PNM dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say PNM dead. Even the 1% say the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making. The DMO leaving. PNM dead. Condolences to the Balize. SIEP. No more pale pale. The rising sun is ready to govern Trinidad and Tobago for a brighter tomorrow. One, restart the economy. Two, health sector immediate victory. Abolish crime, put sports on the front line. Four, every pipe must have water. Five, roads smooth as six. Provide people with work. UNC and making jokes. Tell them drilling say PNM dead. Social media say the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say PNM dead. Tell them Arnold say PNM dead. Police, army and prison say the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hearse ready. Read the red eulogy. PNM dead, dead, dead. Tell them Kamala say PNM dead. Some of the members say the party dead, dead, dead. When the carrot come leaders here, what's up? Seems like not one of them was in shock. Put them in one big box. PNM dead. Tell them Munilal say PNM dead. Teachers, doctors and nurses say the party dead, dead, dead. All the bad investments and fellas make investors not coming for the work. No more ice cream and cake. PNM dead, dead, dead. The red party showed no empathy for 18 babies and pipeline families. They so heartless, citizens in distress. The country in a crisis, SOE and still all this. One, UNC on a mission. Two, to correct the school system. Three, end poverty and clean up TNT. Four, speed up the housing process. Five, lower taxes. Six, revamp we energy. Bring back the oil refinery. Tell them Kamala say PNM dead. Petrotrain workers say the party dead, dead, dead. Bubble billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money. The end is here. Security. PNM dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say PNM dead. Even the 1% say the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making. The DMO leaving. PNM dead, dead, dead. Tell them drilling say PNM dead. Social media say the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say PNM dead. Tell them Arnold say PNM dead. Police, army and prison say the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket goes on the hearse ready. Read the red eulogy. PNM dead, dead, dead.
I just want all you to know one thing. When it comes to certain politicians, I don't care for them. Penny, I don't care for she. Come, I don't care for he. Dolly, I don't care for she. Stewarty, I don't care for he. For 9 long years they sit in the chairs. Country get bruised and nobody care. Crime run wild, money gone astray. Now they in opposition, everybody have something to say. They talking solution morning, noon and night. But when they had power, nothing wasn't right. Economy sinking, people living in fear. Now all of a sudden everybody's an engineer. Penny talking like she have the plan. But where that plan was when Rolly was the man. Marvin,
I don't care for he.
Scotland,
I don't care for he.
Regis,
I don't care for she. I don't care for them.
Manning shouting from the back of the line, explaining today what he forget in 9. Marvin talking safety, crime and control. But when he was there, crime take a toll. They posting videos, plenty long speech explaining now what they couldn't reach. They hoping people memory short, but suffering though erase so fast. They had the chance, they had the rain, and leave the country in social pain. Marvin,
I don't care for he.
Kareem,
I don't care for he.
Hans,
I don't care for he.
The opposition,
I don't care for them.
you all left the country in a mess and expected to be cleaned up in 8 months. Delusional.
I don't care for she.
Calm.
I don't care for he.
Darling.
I don't care for she.
Stuarty. I don't care for he. PNM.
This is the end.
I don't care for them.
PNM forever.
You want to take this and shove it up your ass.
Asking who leaking, who talking, who listening. Somebody asking who opposing, who defending, who quaking. Somebody asking.
Somebody get them on the bullet in the head. Our time is over. What? We are supporters of CNN. We had too much under them. Oh God, where's Georgia? Where all these people open their blast about the door?
I can't applaud a private line finding itself in public time. Who breached the trust? We need to know, because tomorrow whose call will show. But once the curtain open wide, the words themselves can never hide. Now the nation listening close to every sentence that was spoke. One name call out from the line. Where is Stuart? I wonder why. Auntie, your mouth to stink. Now poor Stuart have to sing. Auntie, you went too far. Why you disrespect the Prime Minister? Auntie, you went too far. Bullet to head, not we ministers. Auntie, you went too far. That kind of language is for the bad. Auntie, you went too far. You go make everybody lose their visa. Auntie, you went too far. You go make me switch me water. Hey. Calling people by their race can never put this country in a better place. Mixed up Trinbago, one family tree. Respect is how it always should be. Debate the issues, that's your right. But don't let hatred steal the light. The office deserves respect as well. No matter who the voters tell. Auntie, you went too far. Why you disrespect the Prime Minister? Auntie, you went too far. Bullet to head, knock, we ministers. Auntie, you went too far. That kind of language is for the bar. Auntie, you went too far. You go make everybody lose their visa. Yeah, Auntie, you went too far. Yeah, go make me and switch me water.
You want to give you the shove it up your ass.
Hold on, cool your temper, cool the tone.
Auntie, you went too far. You went too far. We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE Civic Duty. Share alive, share alive. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and share WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Beulah, a pleasant welcome to you.
Hi, good night, Uncle Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and all on the chat. Good night to everybody. Watching that chat at this, sit down here with the cats them near me on the couch and watching TV. The rest of them outside. Yeah, it's just some baby little kittens stay with me on the couch here. Yeah. So
How much of the money couch with you? How much of the money couch with you?
It's 4 little babies in the couch. Their mother likes to leave. Yeah, like the mother abandoned them and so but they're like they're fists now. I mean like the palm of your hand, they're that size.
Oh, the
So
palm of your hand?
cuddle them, yeah.
They're that small?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, your hand or my hand. Yeah. WhatsApp, yeah. Yeah. So that they cuddle up them here. I see a man there on the comment named Steve. He said he's neither PNM or UNC. But when you're reading through the comments, there is like this man clearly is a PNM. And you know to take the self out of it. You know how they just brush it off. I'm not a UNC and I'm not a PNM, but you had the most say, more than what you play in there. All the facts. They always have the negative to talk about. It's like make sense for me. You understand? I don't know who they're fooling. They can only fool themselves and the PNMites. They are a part of the PNM, and I read in the comments here and from that. You don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. You're gonna fool to figure out where they coming from and where they going with the comments. You hear? Yeah.
Why when there's a PNM, it doesn't want to admit that there's a PNM? Why is that?
Because the shame.
Oh, okay.
You understand the shame, although they PNM, the shame to say so that they say they don't belong to PNM and they don't belong to the UNC. Then who the hell you belong to? You can't give no comments on the chat there if you don't belong to any UNC or PNM. You can't say nothing because you are an Orarian. You have no right to say anything. Huh? I don't know who they're fooling. If you're not a PNM, if you're not a UNC, then shut your mouth and don't write nothing in the chat here because as far as I see, all they're doing is picking up for the PNM. And that says much. You understand what I'm saying? And I like how the program going tonight that as always, you always bring the facts and not fiction for this PNMites. You understand? And I want to say the Speaker of the House before I go to Speaker of the House, Mr. Jack Dave. That man is a very brilliant, intelligent man. They could say the PNM them could say what they want about the man. The man, they could never step in a man's shoes. And half of them PNM who talking about Mr. Jack Dave, they even maybe have a high school level education to be talking and washing them out on the man. And I am telling you, I am seeing that PNM will be deleted and their names shall be remembered no more. For years, I've been calling the ground report and saying it. And I've made a video, and everything I said in that video, and I shared it on Facebook, they pull it down. Everything I said, it is coming to pass now. One by one is being exposed. One by one will go down. And Keith Rowley will have to give account. And you know the Bible said there is no rest for the wicked. That is how all of them is now. They like ants scattering all over. Okay, I listen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So here's the comment, Tommy. Here's the comment. PNM Steve says, I'm not a PNM or a UNC, but I want the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to prosper, and no one political party have the answers or the conduit of manna from heaven. You see, Steve, PNM Steve, you hear what Smallpin said? 9 years, paraphrasing it, they was practicing. Oh, God. 9 years. You practicing for 9 years? A football team don't even practice for that long before they have a game. They practice for 9 years. 9 years to leave Trinidad and Tobago in such a squalor in 9 years. Just practicing for 9 years. And you, PNM Steve, if you had any morals, what you would have said, admit, listen, I'm a PNM. You know, it's interesting, eh? Steve do admit he's a PNM. Steve do admit he's a PNM. Gordon Ganga, Shana, Jason, Joseph do admit he's a PNM. Well, Patricia Weed admits she's a PNM. The leaning toward Peter Ulrich do admit he's a PNM. The Waffler do admit he's a PNM. 25. Well, I don't know if you knew what he actually had said. Go ahead, Beulah.
Yeah, so short and sweet. I just want to tell Patricia Reed on the chat there to say that is why ground report run me. Well, let me tell Patricia Reed to go back and tell the ground report because it looked like she's the mouth like a river stream. It is run from here to there and it goes all over. I want you to go back and tell ground report and Andy and Lennox them that I am better off with Wall Street and them program now because they don't dictate when people call their program. Whereas with the ground report, because Andy Williams tells Snipes, the man who controlling the switchboard, to block me, and Snipe reply back and say, I will block you from all the program. And do you know I cannot even call Heavy or Obi, none of them program? That is nothing but hate and malice. And I want Patricia Reed to go back and tell Andy them. Although Andy tell me to call back, right? I want Patricia Reed run him out like a river stream and go back and tell them. And she laughing. She, he, or whatever it is. An alien or something. Go back and tell them. I give you news now and I give you a message to take back to them. All right, Wall Street. Yeah.
Thank you. We ain't blocking you here. We ain't blocking. We ain't blocking you, Beulah. Oh, yeah, Tommy. PNM Steve saying he's not a PNM or a UNC. Well, you're not. We know you're not a UNC. But we know you are a PNM. Yeah. So listen to some of Steve comments. PNM Steve. False narrative from the Jersey guy. Did the small man have a contract to supply drugs to the government? Tommy, what kind of... You really type that in truth? Did the small man have a contract to supply drugs to the government? PNM Steve, you see that miseducation that you get? That PNM miseducation? And you see, that PNM miseducation plus that Balize juice have done a number on you. Yes, it have. It have done a number on you. But more, there's more. That this is a Nothing Burger video that's playing. Really? Okay. 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 And lastly, I see the propaganda channel without journalistic integrity is alive and well. Steve, if it's a propaganda, if we're giving you propaganda, you should be able to put next to what we put in as fake news. Fake news. You understand? But of course you can't do that. So to you it's propaganda. And here comes, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance, Gordon Ganga, Channel Joseph. Even my Chuma Kenyan friend, the spoilers, I blame the PNM because they have given him the building. Even if he had no real plans on paper or otherwise. You see? You see, Tommy? No plans on paper. You see? You know, I have to look for that. I have to look for that building. I have that building and I go put it up to show him. Or otherwise, if they had given him all no things. Okay. All right. It's all things now or all no things? Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good night. Gordon, let me tell you something. Mr. Hansen had his whole portfolio and presentation on paper. He had a manifesto.
Yeah, you know, and that is the sad part. He lying again. You know.
Mr. Hansen come and show me it many times.
But, you know, that fella, I had to call him the Lion King Part 2.
Yeah, it come like Steve too. Let me go quick a bit. Come like Steve too. Steve, you say you have a first world education. Canada in Lamantil is not Canada outside, you know.
What first world?
I'm listening. Yeah.
What first world, Steve? You mean your PNM education? Get Harry from Tennessee said, "Good afternoon, Professor Warship, Uncle Tommy, and WZYE from Lockton and listening. Only in Trinidad, bill for 1.2 million and sell for 600,000 under the PNM. All right, look, Dino send a little voice.
Was the house actual cost is $650,000. They invoiced the public for 1.2 million and kept the money.
Wow. You hear that? How the PNM does do it? Yeah? I wonder if any small man getting one of them contracts, boy. I wonder if any small man that's getting Steve, PNM Steve, any of them small man, you and Patty. Any small man got a little something there, boy? Eat a little food, boy. Can eat a little food, boy. What? I don't know what to say. But anyway, folks, listen to this quick WZYE editorial analysis on this image here. Take a listen.
A WZYE TV editorial analysis. Ridgeview Heights, when $166 million of public money meets a terminated housing project. The image attached raises a question that should concern every Trinidad and Tobago taxpayer, regardless of political affiliation. How does a housing project reach the point where $166 million has reportedly been spent? Units remain unfinished, and the project is ultimately terminated. According to the graphic, Housing Minister Philip Alexander alleges that construction at Ridgeview Heights reached approximately $1.2 million per unit, while the estimated potential selling price was only $600,000 per unit. The minister reportedly described the situation as the worst of the worst. The graphic attributes the information to the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, dated August 17, 2026. If those figures are accurate, this is not simply a story about unfinished houses. It is a story about the economics and accountability of public sector housing. The $1.2 million versus $600,000 problem. The most striking number in the graphic is the claimed disparity between the construction cost and potential selling price. If taxpayers effectively spend $1.2 million to produce a unit that can potentially be sold for $600,000, the project has an enormous structural financial problem. That represents a potential $600,000 gap per unit before considering financing, administrative expenses, infrastructure, maintenance, legal costs, or other project-related expenditures. And that leads to the central question: who approved the original financial model? A government housing program does not necessarily have to make a commercial profit. Affordable housing can legitimately involve subsidies because government has a social policy objective. But there is a huge difference between a deliberate housing subsidy and a project whose economics were fundamentally incapable of working. The public deserves to know which one Ridgeview Heights was. $166 million cannot simply become a statistic. The graphic says $166 million was spent on partially completed units before the project was terminated. That number should trigger more than political outrage. It should trigger an audit trail. Taxpayers should be able to determine: 1. How much was originally budgeted? 2. How much was actually spent? 3. What contracts were awarded? 4. Who were the contractors and subcontractors? 5. What were the original completion dates? 6. Were there cost overruns? 7. Why did construction costs reach the reported level? 8. How many units were actually constructed? 9. How much of the $166 million represents recoverable value? 10. What happens to the unfinished structures now? 11. Who bears responsibility for the project's failure? Those questions are more important than partisan finger-pointing. And then there is the human side. Housing policy is ultimately about people, not concrete. Every unfinished unit represents a family that potentially could have had a home. Every dollar spent inefficiently represents resources that could have been directed toward another housing development, infrastructure, schools, healthcare, or other public priorities. That is why failed public projects should not be treated merely as accounting exercises. There must be an assessment of opportunity cost. What could Trinidad and Tobago have accomplished with $166 million if the project had been properly designed, costed, and managed from the beginning? The political temptation. Here is where WZYE TV's The Debate must be disciplined. A government inheriting a troubled project has every right, and arguably an obligation, to expose the circumstances surrounding it. But exposing a problem is not the same as solving it. If the current administration is presenting Ridgeview Heights as an example of previous failures in public housing, then the next step must be transparency. Show the contracts. Show the expenditure. Show the approvals. Show the feasibility studies. Show the projected cost per unit. Show why the numbers changed. And show taxpayers exactly where the $166 million went. That is how political accountability becomes public accountability. The bigger lesson: Ridgeview Heights should not simply become another political weapon thrown across the parliamentary aisle. It should become a case study in how government projects should and should not be managed. Before a major housing development begins, government should establish independent benchmarks for cost per unit, construction timeline, projected selling price, subsidy required, financing structure, completion risk, exit strategy. And those benchmarks should be publicly available, because once hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars are committed, the public should not have to wait until buildings are abandoned or projects are terminated to discover that the numbers never made sense. WZYE TV's bottom line: the image is deliberately provocative, but beneath the political messaging is a legitimate public interest question. If the reported numbers are correct, how did a housing project reach a point where the construction cost was reportedly twice the potential selling price? That question deserves a serious answer. Not PNM versus UNC. Not government versus opposition. Not political spin. Taxpayer versus the system. Because $166 million is not political money. It is the people's money. And when that kind of money is spent on a project that ultimately fails, the public deserves three things: transparency, accountability, and consequences where warranted. WZYE TV. Caribbean News. No filter, no fear.
So there you have it, folks. WZYE editorial based on that image. Yeah, 600,000. Can you imagine, Tommy? You built houses before? Or does that?
I save the government and the people money. I give value for money. My houses will come in at least one third less than every other comparable contractor.
I thought that's the way it's supposed to be. Let me take this call. Mr. Ruka, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Professor and Uncle Tom. Yeah, if them pay them and nights and them seeing what going on with them building the and them accepting that. You see Patricia Reed and Gordon Dryden and Steve and them, they should put them inside it to live when they're breaking it down. When they're breaking it down for them, and you know them will go there and live because it look like they are no class. And that you see that illiterate conversation where you try to them about them people illiterate boy, Professor. It have a certain time like I get frustrated and they so dotage and illiterate man, oh God, man. They should put them the them will accept that if they get them a house, they will go and live Patricia Weed and Steven. They will go, like the kind of people they're talking to. Have a good night, fella.
Boy, I don't know, $166 million. Tony Pena was just throwing money through the window, Just imagine that, Tommy. All the money them thrown out through the window, and them had 26.3% of black people living below the poverty line. All that money them throwing through the window, and them had 26.3% of black people living below the poverty line. But here's an excellent, another excellent. I'm not going to play this whole one, but this is an excellent editorial. Excellent. Listen to this. PNM, we want to see the books. Show me the books now. Just show me, that is all. Show me the receipts. Nobody asking a lot of you all. All we want to see is the books and the receipts. Why is that so difficult? Why? Take a listen to this.
Open the books. The PNM cannot hide behind secrecy anymore. An editorial by Rhonda Dowla. There comes a point when we don't have to tell you is no longer an answer. There comes a point when political secrecy stops looking like privacy and starts demanding public scrutiny. And when a high court judge says there was sufficient evidence to support a reasonable suspicion concerning the source of wealth connected to a political party's multi-million-dollar headquarters, Trinidad and Tobago has reached that point.
You see, Tommy, this is the thing, This is not outsiders saying, listen, this is a judge. A judge telling the PNM this. So when Marvelous Marv and them want to talk, and Simon the Nosebreaker and Penny Week Beckers and them want to talk, this is a judge. Right? All your answer to the court. You already even have the answer to the public. Because all you don't want to answer to the public. Because all you feel, all you is an entity unto itself. Because you all have corrupted so many of these independent institutions in Trinidad and Tobago. And they still have the PNM on them sitting behind those seats and sitting behind those and sitting in those offices, still doing their dirty work. Yeah, still doing their dirty work. Because they have corrupted almost every independent institution in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, I normally don't use those words loosely like that, but yes, they have. Let's continue to listen.
The controversy surrounding WZYE House is no longer simply about who donated to the People's National Movement. It is about something far more fundamental: who paid for WZYE House? And, potentially even more importantly, what, if anything, did they receive afterwards? Those questions must now be answered, not with political rhetoric, not with attacks on the government, not with claims of victimization.
Very simple. Who paid? Right? And did they receive contracts? Yeah, contracts for helping build WZYE House. The people of Trinidad and Tobago wants to know. It's that simple. That is not too difficult. Tommy wasn't. Who was the one that piloted the Explain Your Wealth bill in Parliament?
Faris Alwari.
Faris Alwari? Faris?
Yep.
What? And now they don't want to explain their wealth?
Not with legalistic gymnastics about whether political parties are ordinarily required to publicly disclose their donors. With documents. Because this matter has moved far beyond political gossip. It is before the High Court. The proceedings concern a preliminary unexplained wealth order under Trinidad and Tobago's Civil Asset Recovery and Management and Unexplained Wealth Act, with the trustees of the PNM and the PNM itself named as respondents. And what is contained in the court's reasons should disturb every citizen who believes political power must never become a currency that can be exchanged for private benefit. $15 million raised. $73.272 million in work. Explain the gap. Forget political tribalism for a moment. Look at the numbers. The material before the court records that former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated in March 2026 that the PNM had raised more than $15 million. The same court document records evidence from a report prepared by international expert consultants Berkeley Research Group, which estimated that the total construction cost of the new WZYE house building, upon completion, would be approximately $118.4 million.
So Tommy,
yep,
a study was done.
Yep.
Nobody making up that number. 118 million. A study was done, right? And they could do that because they are very good at that. So simple. All you say, all you raise 15 million. Okay, take that. Take that. So what about the next 103 million, Tommy? Where that come from? Bake sale, right? Curricule, Tulum, Tamran ball, Kesa ball, Dynamite, I wonder if they sell some toffee too. Tommy, remember toffee? Toffee? You remember that? Yeah, well, I used to like toffee. Let me continue to listen.
More significantly, the report estimated that the value of construction already completed was approximately $73.272 million. That is where the national conversation must begin.
73 million. Already completed. 73 million.
If approximately $73 million worth of construction had already taken place, and the public account referred generally to more than $15 million being raised, then citizens are entitled to demand a complete accounting of the financing. Who paid the balance? Where are the fundraising records, the donor records, the invoices, the receipts, the bank transfers? Who paid the contractors, purchased the steel, supplied the concrete, financed the basement, paid for the facade, paid for services outside the principal construction contract? There may be entirely legitimate answers. Then produce them. That is the fastest way to destroy suspicion. This is not a UNC allegation. Read the court's words. There will inevitably be attempts to reduce this matter to UNC versus PNM. That would be an insult to the intelligence of the country. The most devastating words in this entire controversy did not come from a UNC platform. They appear in the reasons of a high court judge. Justice Margaret Y. Muhammad stated that she was satisfied there was sufficient evidence for the applicant to reasonably suspect that the total wealth of the respondents exceeded the value of their lawfully obtained wealth.
Yeah, Tommy? Hear that? That's the learned judge. That wasn't anybody. That wasn't the UNC that did that. That is not the UNC, and they want to say, oh, the UNC vindictive and they're going after the PNM. The UNC ain't going after the PNM. The PNM going after themselves. The PNM going after themselves. Yeah? They already self-destruct. Listen, at this point in time, even mouth-to-mouth resuscitation cannot revive the PNM. Even mouth-to-mouth resuscitation cannot revive the PNM because as the Calypsonians say, the PNM dead.
Later comes the sentence that should reverberate throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Based on the aforesaid evidence, I was satisfied that the applicant had a reasonable suspicion that the costs for the construction of the new building and the costs for renovating the old building were obtained through the commission of one or more offenses of bribery or corruption.
Hear that? Hear that? The judge said that. One or more offensive of bribery or corruption. Let me play that again. This is not the UNC saying that. This is not Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Visesa saying this. This is the judge. Facts. All they don't like to hear facts. Facts, not F-A-X. F-A-C-T-S. Take a listen again. Take a listen. Patricia Weed, no Patricia Weed. Put on that juice. Put on that juice. Don't drink none of that juice. Steve. Steve, where you going? No, Steve. Stay right there. All right, good. All right.
Read the court's words. There will inevitably be attempts to reduce this matter to UNC versus PNM. That would be an insult to the intelligence of the country. The most devastating words in this entire controversy did not come from a UNC platform. They appear in the reasons of a high court judge. Justice Margaret Y. Muhammad stated that she was satisfied there was sufficient evidence for the applicant to reasonably suspect that the total wealth of the respondents exceeded the value of their lawfully obtained wealth. And later comes the sentence that should reverberate throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Based on the aforesaid evidence, I was satisfied that the applicant had a reasonable suspicion that the costs for the construction of the new building and the costs for renovating the old building were obtained through the commission of one or more offenses of bribery or corruption. Read that carefully. It does not say the PNM has been convicted of bribery. It does not establish the guilt of any politician, contractor, donor, or company. A preliminary unexplained wealth order is not a criminal conviction. But it means something extremely important. The evidence crossed the statutory threshold necessary for the court to act. That cannot responsibly be dismissed as propaganda. And then come the third-party payments. This is where the matter becomes even more serious. According to the evidence recorded in the court's reasons, the criminal investigation indicated that a substantial part of the cost of the works was allegedly not paid by the PNM from its own legitimate sources of income, but was instead paid or otherwise borne by various third parties under arrangements characterized in the affidavit as secret and inherently suspicious. Even more consequentially, the applicant alleged that several entities that contributed in this manner were awarded government contracts during the period when the PNM was in office. Stop there. Because that allegation strikes directly at the intersection between party financing and state power. There is nothing inherently corrupt about a company donating lawfully to a political party. There is nothing inherently corrupt about that company subsequently competing for government business. But when allegations arise that private entities may have borne substantial costs for the governing party's headquarters while also receiving state contracts, the public has every right to demand that every transaction be exposed to daylight.
I want to see how, Tommy, you think the PNM could get away with that, boy? If the PNM got away with that in Trinidad and Tobago, we pass a lawless dump. We pass lawlessness in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, we know not a lawless. We are lawless dump.
Let's see what our courts come up with.
Yeah, well, the court already come up with something, that document. We got to see when they go to trial what happens.
Yeah.
Interesting, say, thank God. Hold on. Thank God for PNM, KPB, and our government who are working assiduously behind the scenes to put things right in our sweet TNT. Correct? Correct is right. Financial Guru, welcome.
Yes, good night, Professor Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night to everyone on WZYE. Professor Wall Street, I've been deliberately sending you the information on this issue and been listening because, over the last few days, Uncle Tommy, you have done work in construction before. I have done, financial analysis
understanding what has happened in Trinidad and Tobago, especially when it comes to the housing ministry. And this issue that you just raised before, those two last editorials, they are linked. And there's one part I just want to embellish, which goes to the heart of the Rowley administration and Dr. Keith Rowley. Marvin Gonzalez is a distraction. He's a fake. He talks about a number of things. He talked on Saturday about this issue with Queens. All of that is distraction. All of this distraction with WZYE is a distraction. But it goes to the heart of Balize House and how the PNM under Rowley, especially Dr. Keith Rowley, and that lady called Camille Robinson Regis, they have a lot of explaining to do. And let me tell you why, which this report of this editorial didn't go into. And it goes to proper procurement policy. You see, Trinidad and Tobago does not have a campaign finance reform law. So anybody could contribute. It doesn't matter. The issue here is you have two companies, let me repeat, that Marvin Gonzalez, Faris Harari, Keith Rowley, and you see Stuart Young distance himself, and Rohan Sinanan, they have to answer. And let me tell you why. The $73 million went, the contract went to a firm called Wood Green. Listen to this carefully, because I could tell you intimately, this is the playbook of the Rowley PNM. They won a $73 million contract without any foundation or iron and steel, and it goes back to where that information or where that material money came from. But here's the point: they cut their contracted RFP for the building of Balize House by about $9 million. Who does that? And now here's the point: that same company, Wood Green, that was building had an RFP for a housing project. This is in 2023, and Beverly Khan, the current sitting OPR regulator, has to answer. Why? Because when they went out for RFP, Wood Green came back with about 100 and, I don't want to put the wrong number, but 160 something million for a housing project. And a firm called Rainbow bid $33 million less, Professor Wall Street, $33 million less for that same housing project. And they were going to get the project awarded to them. This is under OPR. This is why you have to ask yourself, why Colin Burt, right? Why Keith Rowley? Why the Attorney General didn't push the OPR that was languishing for almost since 2015 when the UNC was trying to bring it into operation. In 2023, Beverly Khan, was there. And what happened? The HDC come back and say, wait, hold up. Rainbow? No. We had to go back out now and reevaluate. And when did they reevaluate? They reevaluate with cost reevaluation for that same HDC project. And you know what happened, Professor Wall Street? That same company, Wood Green, who is building Balize House, who cut their bid by $9 million, just so you cut $9 million. That's almost 10%, right? They end up winning on this reevaluated costs. They get 64 out of 65 points, and Rainbow got 54 out of 65. Now, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, I'm going to leave you with this. I am telling you here, I never said this before. I know intimately, when I tell you I know intimately, I know it by heart, that this has happened before. This is not the only time that the Rowley administration and the PNM did this sort of thing. And Beverly Khan has answers, because if Beverly Khan, and I have the utmost respect, she's a former public servant, but if you sat down when you came in June of 2023, when this was going on, when the OPR came into fruition, why it is you sat down and didn't follow the proper procedures to investigate this. Professor Wall Street, Marvin Gonzalez as the chairman, Camille Robinson Regis, Keith Rowley, Rohan Sinanan, they have a lot to answer because they cannot. This, as you said, and I'll leave with this. This has nothing to do with Kamla Prasad, Anil Roberts. If Ecliffe, or whatever his name is, and Marvin sipping in Miami, this has to deal with public service money.
Yep.
This has happened before, and I'll tell you this, the last thing. Where did you see this kind of thing happening before? But let me give you a good example. You see Inez Gate in Tobago, when Dr. Rowley did not put on his form A and B that he obtained that apartment or that condo for 1 point something million that was worth about $1.7 million. And his daughter, Chanel Rowley, are calling them out. End up getting the same deal as Dr. Rowley. That Alan Warner's son went and took out a loan with the public bank. Don't just listen to what I say, no. Go and check it. And there's something called breakage in finance. He went and he took out a loan for $1.5 million and ended up selling that house at a loss to Chanel Rowley 9 or 10 months after. That's called breakage because he had to go back and pay the loan early. How you could sell a house or condo for $500,000 or $600,000 less when people paying $1.9 million? That is the same nexus that you're seeing going on with Balazi House, with Rainbow, and with Wood Green, who won this, and they have to answer whether they don't like it or not. This has nothing to do with Miss Kamla. This has nothing to do with Anil. This has nothing to do with Mr. Alexander. This has to deal with Trinidad money. That HDC has a lot of nonsense, and we have to get to the bottom of it. Have a good night, Uncle Tommy, Uncle Professor Wall Street, and everybody.
Financial guru, boy. Oh God, folks, well, they're getting it live and direct, you know. I don't know. PNM, Patty and them can't deal with that, you know. They can't deal with it. Folks, put your closing comments in the chat. Send your closing voice notes and your closing quotes. This is what Patricia Weed had to come up with. Wall Street, where's the $700 million house Mooney claimed to build in 2014?
Okay.
Tommy, them scraping the proverbial bottom of the sub basement, you know. They're scraping, you know. Scrape. Patricia Weed. What did the judge say? Huh? Listen to the next one from Patricia Weed. Where the money from EMBD? Hold up, Mr. Florida, hold on a minute. Go ahead. So, hold on a minute, Mr. Florida. Hold on a minute. Hold 1 minute here. Hold 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. Patricia, please.
Stay off the weed.
Where them just going from? I just want to say good night, Mr. Ansel. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to call us, Texas viewers. Everybody was here on this Monday. Be safe until we meet again tomorrow. Mr. Ansel, let me tell you, see, we're talking about 2040. You see what I tell you? Absolutely nothing. How much I spent? I spent $1 billion investigating Munila where they get nothing. When they bring SRPK, how much they spend and they get nothing. You understand? But they ain't checking that money, you know. You only know how to check UNZ money. Look on this name, guys.
Thank you. Patricia Weed. You see this?
It's people like that who have us where we are today.
You scraping the bottom of the proverbial sub-basement, Patricia. You're scraping. Marabella, welcome.
Evening.
All right, fellas. Good night. Nice topic, man. Nice topic. So we have the king of propaganda, the chairman of the PNM,
Correct.
right? Holding press conference to distract the nation and the followers with nonsense. Because at the end of the day, he have a court order he had to deal with.
Wonder you see.
The UNC, yeah, the UNC had no court order against them.
None.
And they could try to distract how much they want. They had to produce it because the police took evidence to the court and asked for the order.
And the judge, the lone judge, tell them.
But after she read it, she realizes, listen, something ain't right here.
Something wrong.
And listen, and she used the words, you know. She used the words bribery and what?
Yeah.
You understand?
Corruption.
She used the word. So here what happening? They have to answer. They could jump high, jump low, do what they want. Yeah. All the propaganda they want to put out there from King Propaganda, it ego work this time. They had to answer.
And
they try to be.
They cannot use the code of the Cosa Nostra.
Boy, the only Cosa Nostra will help them, you know, is if police in the Cosa Nostra and the judge in the Cosa Nostra.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wouldn't put it past them because they have some of them inside there. You understand? But here what happening? At the end of the day, it have an order and you have to, and if we have any right thinking people in this country, they will ask for them to bring out the evidence.
Correct.
The other thing that we're supposed to be, listen, people in this country, is either they're real stupid, or they're dumb, or they're dotish, or some kind of thing wrong with the brain. But even all the right thinking people in Trinidad and Tobago, whether you're in UNC or PNM, listen now, man. You can't harm me. What you want me to go and work for CPEP for $90 a day? Right? You want me to go and work in what? In this new program that the UNC have for $200 a day. And nobody is asking for the heads of the PNM. Listen, man, listen, Wall Street, listen, it's not one house, one unit that they give away hundreds or thousands of dollars, you know. They could have given everybody in the PNM. You know how much PNM people could have built house with our money?
Imagine that.
I'm talking about it. And I'm only talking about the over expenditure on the house. Me talking about the actual expenditure. Yeah. You understand? You know it's $600,000 in cost overrun on a unit.
Correct. Yep.
That's a whole house, you know. That's a house and a half, you know.
But I two
and
houses,
a lot of land, you know.
That was the 3 houses in Lavantil. Like 3 houses in Lavantil.
You understand? And the thing about it is not only just one place it happened, you know. There's a number of projects they had going on. Yeah. That good. Listen, the PNM people were working for small money. Supposed to be rioting right now.
Correct.
And understand? They're supposed to be rioting and asking these people where their money and where their house.
Yep.
They're supposed to be living in luxury, just like you take all our money and gain one set of people, you know.
Yep. Correct. And have them living on crumbs. Thank you, man. Thank you. And I'm going to say this. And I'm going to say this over and over. Many of the black PNM supporters rather suffer under a black PNM prime minister than to prosper under an Indian prime minister. Let me repeat that. Many of the black PNM supporters will rather suffer peacefully under a black PNM prime minister than to prosper under an Indian prime minister. Yes, Professor Wall Street said it. Plain talk, bad manners. But the truth, because the same PNM had 26.3% black people living within the poverty line, while Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Visesa reduced it from 19.8% to 17.3%. The PNM increased it by 52%. That's why they rather suffer under a black Prime Minister than to prosper under an Indian Prime Minister. We take a break. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. Every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Like, share, subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. What, Uranus? Steve saying coming back? Because they don't like him? Really? Boy, boy. Sad to see Steve go. Steve don't like facts? I will tell you. Steve boy, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, Steve. Maybe if we start giving you FAX, you might like it. I don't know. I don't know if
Maybe.
yes. Yeah, but we really can't get into FAX. That's not what we do here at WZYE 95.9 FM in the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Washington. We really can't do that. We just can't do that. How they say? We just can't go on that way. Just
Nope.
can't go on that way. Nah, we can't go on that way. We gotta bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Here's my closing comment. Here we go.
Today is Monday, August 17th. Father, I place this week in your hands before any worry, news, or challenge tries to take the place that belongs to my faith. Go before me, prepare my steps, and do not let one difficult day have the power to ruin everything that can still happen. Lord, place firmness in my heart. When I need to decide, give me wisdom. When I need to persist, give me strength. And when something does not happen the way I expected, give me the maturity not to turn one moment into defeat. I ask you, open paths that make sense, remove what only distracts me, and bring closer everything that will contribute to my growth. Give me courage to do what needs to be done, and faith to keep going, even when I still cannot see the result. Father, do not let me end this week defeated by something that began small within me. Strengthen my mind, protect my peace, and keep alive the certainty that there is still so much that can change. I do not know what these next few days will bring, but I know that if your presence goes with me, I do not need to fear what lies ahead. This week belongs to you. Guide me, strengthen me, and surprise me with your goodness. In Jesus' name, amen.
From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say what I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Semantics. Tommy, semantics, if professor, stick with your day job. Singing is not for you. Semantics, I used to sing in the quiet Calvary room on Catholic, eh? Just so you know. Just I used to sing in the quiet Calvary room on Catholic, eh? Go on. Ask anybody who went to Calvary to go tell you what my singing in Calvary. Go ahead, Tommy.
Ready for me?
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Yo, you have a minute, man. Tommy, you have to give us closing comment. Go ahead. I'll give you a minute. Go ahead.
Time to make the oppressor pay. We cannot go on this way. That is a classic by Explainer. You know that?
What do you mean if you know that? We used to play that song all the time. What's wrong with you?
But you used to play that song all the time?
All the
How
time.
come you didn't name it?
That used to be one of
That was our theme song.
Okay. Well, I guess you're more roots than I thought. All right. Well, you have a good night. I just came in. Bye.
Good night. Ready for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Albert Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Like I say every time, you're the man in the mirror. You have to become the change you want to see. However, if you look at that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you give them a hand up. Love you all. Stay strong. We'll see each other tomorrow, God willing. Till then, good night.
Thank you, Tommy. And Monica, you're right. Oh, Lordy. That's all you could say about Mr. Waffler. You understand? Tommy, we used to play that song and the opening song all the time.
That was our theme song.
But at 5 p.m., when you guys waffles, put Aunt Jemima sauce on it. Aunt Jemima syrup. Yeah, using the wrong syrup. Yeah. Yeah, correct is right. Semantics. We already were flock come on. I thought it was a jab stunt. Oh God! And yes. Anyway, Donna Alexander says, God, good and blessed night to Professor Worship, Uncle Tommy, and all who are locked on the live. Smile, it will make you look better. Pray, it will keep you strong. Love, it will help you enjoy life. Good night. May God love surround you. His angels watch over you, and his blessings give you a restful night and a joyful tomorrow. Thank you very much, Don Alexander. Let me go to the closing comment. Angie says, good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy. Everyone bless. Wishes until Thursday. Michael Scotland says, until tomorrow, God willing. Angie, tomorrow. Gordon Ganga Chana Dryden, if you think education is expensive, try ignorant. Joseph says, my closing. Talk to God and man about making TT a better place to live. And don't anybody flip-flop your brain. P.S. Note some nasty, dirty comments about people, but it was not about UNC people you let go. Okay. Angie says, good night, everyone. Watching until tomorrow. Bless wishes. Miss Santa Cruz says, till Thursday, God willing. Sundar Sukhdeo says, followers are like little children. Offend one of these, have stern after effects. Ms. Santa Cruz says, the best place to hide a lie is between the truth. A truth can walk naked, but a lie always needs to be dressed up. Anthony followed out the E says, good night, everyone, till tomorrow. Bless, be safe out there, my friend. Eugenia Pundit says, blessed night, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and all in the village. See you all tomorrow, God willing. Susie Charles says, good night, great program. Mr. Florida says, good night, Anthony, blessings. Monica Ramke soon said, be safe, stay blessed till tomorrow, God willing. Anthony Ford says, good night, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Monica Ramke soon says, good night, everyone. Sleep well in Jesus' name. Mr. Florida says, good night, everyone. Blessings. Be safe till tomorrow. Okay. Semantic 62 says, blessings, everyone. Stay safe. come Patricia weed up our closing comment. Folks, we are out of here. We see you tomorrow. Wait. Let me see something here. We will send me some pictures of them 4 cats here available. I'm going to show you tomorrow, Beulah. Baby cats, but yeah, baby. All right. Folks, we are out of here. We see you tomorrow. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. We are out of here. Michael Scotland says great program. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Lord, we tune into WZYE 95.9, the world right in the airwaves, shining bright and fine. From Margate to the islands, the signal never fades. We lift our hands and praise you for the joy that it brings today. Bless Mr. Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, all the viewers too. Every viewer, every caller, every chatter in the crew. Pour your favor on the station. Let the Holy Ghost flow free. WZYE 95.9.